Hi my dear students, welcome back to a new session. In the last class we already learned regarding DNA replication, mechanism of DNA replication also you had learned in the last class. Today I am going to start with the session with new topic, that is protein synthesis. The today topic is protein synthesis. In NCERT it is directly given, transcription is heading is given. So before the knowing of transcription, before the entry of the lesson, we have to know first scheme of protein synthesis, right? Proteins are the macromolecules in the cells which are going to perform in the dynamic functions. Some proteins are act as catalysts, nothing but enzymes. Some proteins are act as carriers, which is help to transfer of molecules to one cell to another cell. And some proteins are which are useful to construction of the cells, right? And here proteins are generally, it is a polymer of amino acids. All amino acids are come together to form of one polypeptide chain. The polypeptide chain is become as what? One protein, right? So these proteins, or we can say polymer of amino acids with high molecular weight. And in cells some proteins is act as enzymes, right? Write the points. Proteins are macromolecules in the cell, right? And this protein functions, the protein function is, some proteins are act as what? Enzymes. And some proteins is act as what? Carriers. And mainly which are some proteins are useful for construction of cells. Construction of cell, right? Enzymes. So these proteins are which are involved in biochemical reactions, they have the capacity to turn the substrate into product. So such you know that such are called as what? Enzymes. Next is some type of proteins which are act as carriers, right? So they are going to useful to transfer of molecules from one cell to another cell. And last one is which are useful for construction of cells, either it is in prokaryotic cells as well as eukaryotic cell. The cell is made up of what? The cell is made up of lipoproteins. It means lipids plus proteins. So without proteins the cell is not going to survive, the new cells are not going to form, right? Next, these proteins are polymer of amino acids with a high molecular weight, right? Next, here in a cell all proteins are not act as enzymes, right? This statement you already learned in the 11th class. All proteins are not act as enzymes, but most of the enzymes are the proteins, right? And most or maximum enzymes or act as enzymes or directly, right? Proteins. So this statement is true or not? Yes, this statement is no doubt at all, it is true, right? Now the question is, what are the exceptions of these two lines? The first line is what? All proteins are not act as enzymes. And second, most or maximum enzymes are proteins. Let's say here exception of these lines. exception cases are here. All proteins are not act as enzymes now. For example, in a cell, growth hormones, growth hormones are these generally these are the proteins. These are proteins, but not act as enzymes, right? Next, here for example, insulin is what? Insulin also be one protein product. We already discussed protein. Insulin is formed with 3 polypeptide chains. Mature insulin is containing only 2 polypeptide chains, right? Insulin also what? It is also protein, but it is not act as enzymes. Like number of proteins are there. For example, keratin, as well as collagen proteins. These all are not acting as enzymes. So this is the explanation for first statement. Second, most and maximum of enzymes are proteins, but here also some exceptions are there. Exceptions are like exception for second line. Here in the last class you already learned RNA is act as an enzyme. RNA is a biocatalyst, but RNA is not a protein molecule, but it is act as an enzyme. The best example is ribozyme enzyme, right? RNA, it is act as biocatalyst, nothing but enzyme. But RNA is not a protein, right? But it means RNA is not a protein, So this RNA enzyme we can call as a ribozyme. This is a one exception. Okay, right? Next, protein synthesis. What is the scheme of the protein synthesis? The scheme of the protein synthesis we can divide into majorly 2 parts for our better understood. It is big huge topic. So it divided into 2 parts. The first part is transcription and the second part is translation. Let's see the one schematic representation of protein synthesis which is useful to you for better understand. Put the heading scheme of protein synthesis, right? In this first, here this is DNA. DNA is what? DS, double standard DNA. So double standard DNA which is occurred in nucleus, Based on DNA containing information, here some DNA containing information is copied into the mRNA. So that is called as what? Transcription. It is what? Transcription. I will give the complete information when I put the heading transcription, right? Then after transcription, what happened? mRNA is formed, right? Now this mRNA, actually mRNA is synthesized in nucleus, synthesized in only nucleus, but after the synthesis it is released into the cytoplasm. Later it is enter into cytoplasm. The question is here, sir, how it is going to enter into the cytoplasm from the nucleus? You know that the nucleus is containing what? Small pores are present, nucleus pores are present. Through nucleus pores, the mRNA is came out from the nucleus to cytoplasm, right? Now in cytoplasm, based on mRNA information, all amino acids are come together to form of protein. At the last, proteins are where they are synthesized in cytoplasm. Why? Because Because amino acids are present in only cytoplasm, not in the nucleus, right? Here in cytoplasm, amino acids are come together to form of protein, that is called as translation. That is called as what? Translation. Later, polypeptide bonds are formed, they become as proteins, right? And now these proteins are going to fold later, right? Primary folding, secondary folding, tertiary folding, and some are useful for enzymes, construction, carriers like cells, they are going to be useful, right? So this is scheme of eukaryotic. In the scheme of prokaryotic, what happened? The same scheme, first transcription and translation. What is changed? The changing is only location. In prokaryotic, transcription as well as translation both are occurred in only cytoplasm, because the prokaryotic cell is not containing defined nucleus. What you have to write? First, DNA, it is also what? Double stranded, which is present in cytoplasm. Here in cytoplasm, transcription takes place to form one RNA, that is called as mRNA. So now this mRNA again in cytoplasm, all amino acids are come together to form a polypeptide chain, that is translation, and to form polypeptide bond, nothing but protein. So this is actually a schematic representation of protein synthesis in eukaryotic cells and prokaryotic cells. Now we enter into the lesson in NCERT, like transcription heading is given. Transcription is a first part of the protein synthesis, right? So during transcription, what happened? What is meant by transcription? Transcription, it is a copying of mechanism. During the transcription, DNA containing information is copied into the RNA. But here DNA is containing what? Two strands are containing. Out of two strands, only one DNA strand containing genetic information is copied into the mRNA. So such process is called as what? Transcription. Before the transcription, the helix structure, it should be winding DNA should be unwind. Okay. Then later two strands are formed. Out of these two strands, only one strand is act as a template. On this template, with the help of DNA dependent RNA polymerase enzyme, right? Which enzyme? DNA dependent RNA polymerase enzyme. It going to stretch, it going to move on one strand. Then what happen? Complementary bonds are going to form. So in these complementary bonds, we have to notice one point here. In the place of thiomin, uracil is formed, right? Now this formation of new strand we can call as what? mRNA. Here the question is, in generally in DNA replication, two DNA strands are act as a template. But in transcription, in the protein synthesis, why these two DNA strands are not acting as a template? That is actually a question, right? So while lesson we are going to solve that question. First write the note. Here, transcription. Transcription, it is a first phase of protein synthesis. First phase or first part of the protein synthesis. What is transcription? Here, during transcription, genetic information is copied from one strand of DNA to RNA. So this copying mechanism, copying of DNA containing genetic information to RNA, it is called as what? Transcription. It is called as what? Transcription, right? Here, during the transcription, first double stranded DNA, dsDNA, double stranded DNA, it should be become as what? Single stranded, right? For example, here this is a complete length of the DNA. This is a double stranded DNA, dsDNA. So in this complete length here, so some special sequence is there here. So this special sequence is going to code for one protein. Such protein product is needed to the cell. Then what happen? Only this sequence is going to get separated. Now this sequence it going to become like it is going to form. So it means the entire DNA is not going to stretch at a time. Which gene product is needed to the cell, in only that point it is going to open. In such point transcription is started. So it means what you have to write? Generally during the DNA replication, the complete genetic information is transferred or copied into daughter DNAs right, in case of what? DNA replication. But in case of transcription, what happened here? Only some individual genes or part of genes are copied into RNA. So such copied information is called as what? That RNA is called as mRNA, messenger RNA. It have the message. Which message it have? DNA information it have. DNA information. So that's why it is called as what? Messenger RNA. Right? Now, so this is two strands. Out of two strands, only one strand is act as template, right? Only one strand is act as what? Template. For example, here, so this is one strand and here this is one strand. For example, this is act as a template. Then what happened? Then here in the presence of RNA polymerase enzyme, it is going to polymer the nucleotide on this direction. The polymerase direction is always what? 5' to 3'. It means this strand is what? Opposite, 3' to 5'. And this one is 5' to 3'. Right? Now what happened? Polymerization is occurred on only one strand, that is template. That is during this polymerization we can notice one change. Generally if template is containing adenine, it should be going to bind with what? Thymine. But during this formation of mRNA, thymine is replaced by uracil, right? During this polymerization, thymine is replaced by uracil. It means that is only difference in between DNA to RNA. So this is one template. The template is containing A, G, C, for example. Template is what? One of the strand of the DNA. On that, polymerization is occurred. During this polymerization, what happened? A is not going to bind with uracil nucleotide. A is not going to bind with the thymine. It is going to bind with the uracil nucleotide. Remaining are same. It means nesta, C and G. Now this is, it is newly formation strand. So this is a sequence of mRNA, right? But our question is, why this DNA, two strands of the DNA is not acting as template? That is our question now. Question is what? Why two DNA strands or not act as template? Then if two strands are act as a template, then what happen? Let's see first. If simple, if two DNA strands act as a template, what happen? Two mRNAs are formed. These two mRNAs are not identical, because here don't confuse between, for example, DNA is in a DNA containing complementary strand. Complementary, it doesn't mean identical mRNA copies. Two different mRNAs are formed. These two different mRNAs are going to code for two different proteins. It means different amino acid, different proteins are going to form. First thing. And second thing is here, now our concept is what? One gene, one character. But here one DNA, it is going to produce two different type of proteins, means two different type of characters, right? So it is a concept, is wrong concept. Next, if two DNAs are act as a template, two mRNAs are formed, these two mRNAs are complementary to each other, then immediately these two mRNAs are going to complementary to each other to form of double-stranded RNA is going to form. So then it is no chance for transcription and translation. Protein synthesis, it will be inhibited, right? So that's why only one of the DNA strand is act as a template. Two DNA strands are never act as a template. Write the notes. Here, if two strands or act as template, then what happen? Two different sequence of mRNA strands are formed. mRNA strands are formed. First thing. And here, so these two different sequence containing mRNAs are, they are going to code for different amino acid. Different amino acid. Then what happen? Different protein is going to form. It means two types of proteins are formed. One protein from one mRNA, another protein from another mRNA. But our concept is what? It means what we gain the knowledge from DNA. One gene, one character. One gene, one character. It means one gene is going to code for only one type of protein, not two type of proteins, right? Next, and here the formation of two mRNAs, the formation of two mRNAs which are formed on two different strands. So these are exactly complementary to each other. Complementary to each other. So then what happened? Immediately, so these two mRNAs are come together to form, complementary to each other to form of dsRNA is formed. Double-stranded DNA is formed. Then if RNA is going to form double-stranded, it is not going to act as catalyst, it is not going to transfer the information, it is not going to contain any messenger information. Now information is not transcription, as well as translation also be not occurred. So there is no chance for formation of proteins. If proteins are not going to form, how the cell is going to survive, right? So this is actually reason why only one of the DNA strand is act as a template. Why not acting as two strands as a template? Let's see the diagram. Here, This is actually DNA. One long stretch of the DNA. In that, here these proteins are needed to the cell. This code, right? Then I am going to write like this. Now this is going to stretched, unwinded to become as like 2 DNA strands, right? Here these DNA strands are here adenine, guanine, cytosine, like ATG is present. Next complementary is what? Next complementary A is going to T, here C, here A. So this is actually DS DNA, double-stranded DNA, right? Now what happened? If these two strands are act as a two templates, then what happened? So this is one strand of DNA. So this is one strand of DNA. It is containing information is like here A, here G, A, G, T, and here also be what? T, C, A. If two are act as a template, here one mRNA is going to form, here one mRNA is going to form. So the sequence is formed, and thymine is going to bind with adenine, guanine, thymine, adenine is going to bind with thymine, but here uracil, right? So this is what? So this is one mRNA strand is formed. Next here, adenine is going to bind with uracil, guanine is bind with cytosine, A is going to bind with adenine. So this is one mRNA strand. So this is first mRNA strand, this is second mRNA strand. Let's see the sequence of, for example, U, C, A. So this is one strand of mRNA, and this strand is what? A, G, and U. This is one strand of mRNA. Now this mRNA containing genetic information which is complemented to the next mRNA. So then what happened? Now this mRNA is going to complement it to second time mRNA. Now what happened? These both are come together to form of DS RNA is formed, right? What the point? So that's why only one strand is act as a template. So this is actually what? Mother DNA strand. It is mother DNA strand. It is newly formation of mRNA, and it is newly formation of mRNA, right? So like this double stranded RNA is formed. So that's why two DNA strands are never act as a template. Next transcription unit. Transcription unit. The transcription unit is containing mainly three portions. One is promoter, second one is structural genes, third one is a terminator, which is containing mainly three parts. One is promoter site, one is promoter site, second one is structural genes site, and third one is terminator site. Terminator site. Okay. Let's start with first one, promoter site. What is meant promoter? Generally in DNA replication, where the DNA replication is started, such location is called as what? Ori site, right? So in this transcription, here one small segment of or one small part of the DNA which is allow the binding of DNA dependent RNA polymerase enzyme. So the point is called as what? That site is called as promoter site. What I have right? Promoter site means what? Where the DNA dependent RNA polymerase enzyme is binded. So such a binding site is called as what? Promoter site. Right here, which is a site. It is a site on DNA which is allowed which is allow the binding of RNA polymerase enzyme. RNA polymerase enzyme. So that binding site is called as promoter site. Promoter site. It is called as what? Promoter site. Next. Here, so such type of synthesis of RNA is called as what? DNA dependent RNA synthesis. It is called as what? DNA dependent RNA synthesis. And the last, which is formed with the help of RNA polymerase enzyme, RNA is formed, that is mRNA, messenger RNA, which is containing DNA genetic information. So that's why it is called as messenger RNA. So next one is structural genes. Structural genes. So on structural genes, on DNA, these structural genes are translated or copied into RNA. Copied into the RNA. So before that, we have to know that generally DNA is containing two strands. The two strands, the polymerization is generally 5'3'. So second is opposite, anti-parallel strand is again 3.25', right? And here these two strands, out of two strands, one strand is only act as a template. One strand is not act as a template. Next, and one strand which is containing code information, such is called as a sense strand. And another DNA strand which is do not containing genetic information or code information, that is called as non-code copy or anti-sense strand we have to call, right? DNA which is containing two strands, one strand is containing code information. So such code containing information, such strand is called as code copy or code strand, we can call it. Also called different names like sense strand. That is called as what? Sense strand. And second strand is there, which is not contain code information. Such is called as non-code copy, and also called as anti-sense strand, right? So let's see the DNA direction, for example, here. So this is one 5' to 3', 5' to 3'. So which is containing what? Code information. We can call as code strand or sense strand. What is anti-parallel of this strand? Direction is towards the left. If it is 3, anti-parallel, this one is a 5' and this one is 3, right? So this second strand is what? So this second strand is non-code strand, which is do not contain any genetic information. So that's why it is called as what? Anti-sense strand. Anti-sense strand. The question will compulsory ask in the exam: which of the following strand is act as a template for synthesis of mRNA? Options are sense, anti-sense, both or none of this. Like questions. Here, which is act as only non-code strand, means anti-sense strand. Anti-sense strand is acts as template for mRNA synthesis. Right? So don't you get confused here. Most of the students are going to confuse here. So this is actually for 5' to 3'. Then opposite is what? Opposite strand also be again 5' to 3'. So here, what is the polarity? The polarity of these two strands. So this tan, which one is phi dash now? So with respect of here, polarity. This tan polarity is phi prime to 3 prime. It means phi dash to 3 dash. Right? Understand, we have to see this tan polarity from one view, we have to see from here side. So this tan polarity is 3 dash to 5 dash. This is the polarity of the tan. It means 3 dash to 5 dash polarity is tan, which is act as template to the mRNA synthesis. So this polarity 5 dash to 3 dash tan, which is not act as template, which is not act as a template. Right? Got the point? Next. Here, in inside what diagram is given, transcription unit 1 diagram is given. So in the same, here first is indicated this side. So this side is what? Promoter side. Promoter side. And here is indicated terminator side. Terminator side. Okay. Now where the D is here, first we have to know promoter side and terminator side. Promoter is always towards phi dash and dash. So with the respect of code copy, with the respect of code copy, it means sense stand. So that's why we take this is the promoter side, right? Next, second terminator side. Second one is terminator side. So terminator is towards what? Phi dash and 3 dash. Same with the respect of code copy, right? Code copy direction is what? Polarity is what? Phi dash to 3 dash. Next, third point here, the promoter which is located on upward stream and this is located towards a downward stream. Promoter side is, we can call as upward stream. Upward stream of DNA scan. Right? Next one is terminator. Terminator side is towards downstream of DNA scan with respect to protocol. Okay. Now, where the RNA polymerase enzyme is going to bind? Where the RNA polymerase enzyme is going to bind? RNA polymerase have the capacity to polymerize in only one direction, that is 5' to 3'. If it is start with 5' to 3', what is the template stand polarity? It should be opposite, right? That one is 3'. Right point here, RNA polymerase it polymerize the chain in only one direction. That is what? 5' to 3' direction. Right? Like as same DNA dependent DNA polymerase enzyme in a DNA replication. So it should be bind. So it should start. It should start on 3' stand. 3' stand of template. Right? Simple. So it means here the already given diagram. So this is what? One is 5', one is 3'. Second one is which is 5' and 3'. It means here in this case here here. So this is one sequence, right? This strand is what? This strand is template. It is code copy, which is known as template. Now here, DNA polymerase activity is going to start. So it means it should be written as what? 5 dash. Now the nucleotides are adding to. Now the nucleotides are adding to, like this way. So now this newly synthesized mRNA direction is what? 5 dash to 3 dash. Now adenine is not going to bind with thymine. It becomes as uracil. Thymine, adenine, guanine, cytosine. Cytosine, guanine. Adenine is not going to thymine, going to uracil. Now this only one newly synthesized mRNA stands for the direction is what? 5 dash to 3 dash. The newly formation mRNA direction is what? 5 dash to 3 dash. U A C G and Q. So this is newly synthesized mRNA is formed, right? So this is information regarding transcription unit. Thank you all of you.